All right, welcome to the market analysis portion of the day. Miss Selena. Are you there, Selena?
All right, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, wake
Kim,
up.
are you on your computer? Hold on. Can you pull up the slide for me, please? If you don't mind.
Hold on, I'm pulling it out now. Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
Selena, I think you did one of these. I think you did GA and Injustice, but it's all good.
Oh, why you say that?
Man, that thing dropped so many pips for a brother.
Oh, I think I had to go back and look at them a couple of times because my Excel was doing like it was copying what I was doing, and if the words was the same, it would repeat it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is it copying over the same thing? It's like it would type over what I said. I'm like, oh my gosh. So
Look, this is a GA slide, just before Ken pulls that up. It went 200 pips up. Then it went like 400 pips down. Okay, 360 pips down. Then it closed the week out on like another 200 pip move up. 159, 160 pips. That's retarded, man.
yeah.
And if you could, maybe there are probably people in the group who can't follow price action at this point. But for those of you who have been doing this for a minute, this was our expected move into the highlighted area was the golden zone. So you could have traded it to the golden zone. If you didn't get your percentage in these 200 pips, you could have sold it away from the golden zone. You could have made money going up and going down. All right, let me
Are you trying to share your screen?
Oh,
It wasn't there.
It's not there. Wow. So I'll don't worry about it. Whoever wants
Selena,
to
can you turn one of your mics off? It's causing echo.
Yeah, whoever I'll show the screen whenever
I'm home, Todd. Now I can do it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had to get in the house.
Do you want me to share it, Selena?
I got it now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Selena's out running the streets, y'all.
Whatever. Let me know when y'all can see my screen. I'm not running nobody's streets. All right, so this was my breakdown of the charts, and we all know we had a bunch of news. It was a lot of pairs, so I'll kind of brush through it fast. I based all my explanations off of the 4 hour. So AUD CAD, once again, as Todd was saying earlier, we sell it to it buys or buy it to it sells. In this case, it was a sell it to it buys. There was a 1 a.m. Eastern bearish order block on Sunday night, and you had a 40 pip stop loss. And this would have been from the 4 hour. And it was right at the 4 hour imbalance. You could have held this all week, and that was a possible 220 pips with just one position on AC. AUD Chef saying that it's projected, one of the cases where you sell it to it buys. There was also a 1 a.m. Eastern order block on Sunday, 30 pip stop loss, 4 hour, possible to hold all week. And there was 155 pips. AN, same scenario. The price typed into the golden zone of the weekly order block. There was a 9 p.m. Eastern order block for the sale Sunday night. And there was also a 4-hour bullish order block, 9 a.m. Tuesday morning for the buy. So on that one, there was a possible 199 pips. So you just had to pay attention because you could have lost all your money if you were in for the sale. And then close it and go to the buy. AU, same scenario. It did as it was projected, sell until it buys. Bearish order block at 1 a.m. Sunday night, possible 116 pips. Price tapped into a previous bullish order block and bought up for 175 pips. The next 4-hour order block at 5 a.m. Eastern gave you an additional possible 25 pips going down for a bearish order block. So it sold down, bought up, and then it sold back down again. Cat Chef did as projected. Once again, you sell into it buy, bearish order block Sunday at 1 a.m. Eastern. It sold until Thursday morning at 5 a.m. Eastern order block, possible 94 pips for the sale, and then 82 pips for the buy. EA, this one you buy until it sells, 4-hour bullish order block on Sunday night at 1 a.m. Eastern, possible 300 pips. EC, same thing, bearish order block on Thursday. So I looked at this one and I said Thursday morning because I'm putting all of my analysis from the 4 hours. So for me, there wasn't a 4-hour order block until Thursday morning at 5 a.m. But from that order block, you could have got 145 pips. And then there was a bullish order block on 5 a.m. Thursday for another 165 pips. GA, it tapped into the golden zone of the weekly order block, possible 398 pips. Todd, what was you saying? You said something about that, but you can say it later. GN, it did as projected, 4-hour bullish order block went in 1 a.m. Eastern Sunday night, possible 136 pips. 4-hour bearish order block, 9 a.m. Eastern, an additional 347 pips to the downside. SPX, it did as projected, price tapped into the golden zone. That was a possible 206 pips. So that's what we had for the old order blocks. For the new order blocks, there's a lot of them. Most of these are related to the movement from the news last week. So depending on how you trade, there's a lot of easy money strategies out there. But here's all the order blocks. I don't know which ones Todd is going to go over, but there are a ton. That's that.
I ain't going over none of them. Y'all don't trade them nowhere.
Yes, we do.
All right.
So what were you saying about GA? I cheated you out of GA or
Cheated.
the analysis of GA?
All right, hold on. Let me pull this thing up. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how many of y'all took GA, because probably none of y'all, because this is what I said I was taking. But this was the GA trade, right? 207 pips. If you still didn't get what you needed to out of that 207 pips, it dropped 402 pips. After it went 207 pips up, it dropped 402 pips. Maybe you still didn't get what you needed. Then it rose 192 pips. So 200, 400, let's just call it 200, man. I mean, sweet Lord, man. That's 800 pips in a week. All you need is 100 of them jokers. So my point is this, guys. This is the time frame that I'm on right now. It's a 4-hour time frame. However you would have needed to get in. Let's just say you couldn't find an entry until right here, right? Let's say you got in this entry, you would have caught, I don't know, 140 pips if you rode it to the top. Maybe that should have been enough. Let's say this would have been your first entry to take it down to sell it. So let's say you would have got this entry here, you could have gotten 311 pips. You know, at this point, we're either making excuses or we're making a way. And this order block was created 1,300 on February 1st, 1,300 for a sell, the weekly move. Most of us are in the US. All of us would have saw this order block where we could have gotten in and set it and forget it. You could have gotten in here, put your stop loss there, could have rolled that thing down. So if you're not catching these moves, this bullish order block right here, January 30th, 1,300. If we're not catching these moves, we're making excuses, and excuses aren't going to pay the bills. So make whatever adjustments you need to make. Ask questions if you're still not getting it or you're still not comfortable. But you know, this stuff, man, is it's not rocket science. It's kind of just the way the market moves. And if we anticipate these moves, you'll make whatever you have to make, you know, that week. And you can make it relatively quickly, you know, based on the market setup. That part. She says it's a perfect example of the power of three. That's exactly right. 1, 2, 3. All right. You got the open, it moves up, creates the wick. You have the body. And then you have the pullback, right? So you have a wick up top, you got a wick at the bottom, and then you got the body of the move right here. So it's the perfect example of the power of three. It's everything that we expect to happen on a move. Now, we don't necessarily expect to close in relatively the same spot, you know, which would create a doji candle. But let's look at that weekly candle. It should be close to a doji. Yeah, see, it's a doji candle. But if you open that doji candle up, the market opened up, it went up. You got the body and it closed. You know, the close of it was about the same spot that it opened. So you can see the actual move of the candle if you just looked at the 4-hour chart. All right, so going forward, you know, there was a laundry list of order blocks, right? So I want to do something a little different this week. What do y'all want to trade, right? We always talk about what I'm going to trade, but what do you guys want to trade? And why? What do you want to trade, and why do you want to trade? Bueller, has anybody looked at their chart for the coming week? Or y'all normally wait for me to do it?
Well, you know, I don't trade AU, but I will be trading AU.
You say you don't trade AU?
No, you know, come on, Tyler. You know better.
Why you don't trade AU?
I only trade 2 pairs. I don't have time to be trying to trade 1,000 pairs.
Oh, okay. All right.
But no, I'm planning to trade AU.
Britt says AU. All right,
Huh?
let's talk about AU. Let's talk about AU, folks.
That's GA.
AU. Let's talk about AU.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. So if to break down this AU, I'm just gonna throw my fib on it. I know you probably don't throw fibs, Kim, but you'll catch up to the modern
Uh-huh.
way to trade is eventually. Eventually, you'll step up and you'll be a
I
winner.
use fibs, man, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. Mhm.
All right, this is my golden zone.
Mhm.
Y'all are trading this AU trade. If it just turned and went to the north to the golden zone, there's a possibility of 117 pips, which is cool.
I personally feel like it's going to sell down more,
I think it might sell down more too, but I'm just
but
going by if it just turned in, right? There is a possibility that it could sell down more, but I like to just measure from where it is right now to the zone to make sure
Mhm.
I'm going to get a pip count if it just turns and burn. So if it sells down a little bit more, then obviously we have an
Where's
area. There's
where's your
a stack of order blocks right here. And let me see, let me move this line right here. So you have a 3-stack, 1, 2, 3 different order blocks. So it's in this first one. Maybe it pushes through it to the second one, right? Maybe it pushes through it to the third, or maybe it just turns and burns. But I think in the first hour, we will see where exactly it's pushing through. I don't anticipate it pushing through down here to this imbalance, but we'll see. Do you think it's going through to the imbalance, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, not straight, like like I'm waiting for the pullback,
So
then
I,
go down.
I don't
I
believe,
don't think it's gonna break the highs quite yet.
yeah, I don't believe that it'll make it to this imbalance. I believe it's going to
Like,
turn.
I don't think it's just going, no. I agree that it's gonna turn around somewhere right where it is now in that zone,
Right.
but the pullback and then sell down to that imbalance.
Okay. So as long as you get this initial move,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get your pip count.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it selling down here at all. I mean, that's a different story. I guess we'll know by the end of next week. And I really think that when does AUD have their interest rate hike?
Monday.
Monday?
Oh no, well, I know that
Tuesday.
there's AD
Tuesday.
news on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. Cash rate 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Monday.
Well, it's like Tuesday English time. It's 3:30 a.m.
Ain't nobody on English time, girl.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Monday.
Monday at 8:30 p.m., y'all.
Colonized
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh my God. Yeah, Monday night they'll have their rate hike. And looks like they're calling for a 25-point rate hike too. So we shall see. So far, everybody I think has had a 25 basis point rate hike. But I anticipate
GDP and Euro had 50.
yeah. But those places are ransacked with unprecedented inflation. So I think prices is going to hang in this area, and I think price is going to go higher. I'm not. I don't think price is going to go lower, and I think that we'll have to just kind of hang out to see. But we've just pushed above the 50, so I suspect that we'll hang out here for a little bit. And I think that we're going to go higher eventually. So I think this week will kind of play itself out, but I expect for this week price to give us a bullish order block. That's what I'm looking for. And we'll just have to kind of see whether that plays out. But I'm looking for price to attack these imbalances on the top side versus push back down. I think that if we were going to push back down, I don't think we would have pushed past this block. I know we pushed into this order block, but I just think there's a process. We'll see. We'll have to see how it works out. But at any rate, there is enough room on this initial move. If it just tapped into the order block, it offers 117 pips. If you guys understand how to drop down to lower time frames, like at the 15-minute time frame, then it will allow you to get more than one entry on this 100 or so pips. Okay. What I would kind of look for is to, once it gets to your area of interest, if I were you, I would always at least go down to the 15-minute time frame, because in your area of interest, you want to see it take care of whatever business, like this imbalance, this order block, maybe tap into this order block. There are several different areas that you're going to look for price to reject from, right? If price just keeps pushing through here, then you're going to have to look for other areas of interest along the way up, right? So just keep that in mind as price approaches. You want to see maybe if it closes this imbalance right here. And if it goes higher than that, you want to look for it to either close this imbalance or tap into this order block. If it keeps going higher, you have another order block. You just have to understand how to check your points of interest in your area of interest. Okay, just like Pips of Persia showed in his video, how he had several areas marked off as price approached. He just wanted to see how price was going to react to those specific areas of interest. Any questions on that?
No questions.
Okay, I think AU is a great trade setup. I also like AC. I like it the same. I don't like, what's the difference between y'all AU and AC?
Nothing really.
So if I take this, let me pull the weekly.
Touching the MA.
Yeah, they both came back to the MA.
It's gone over the wick of that bullish order block.
Yep.
Because AU is still
Within
within the bullish order block.
Correct. This was the wick of the bullish order block right here, and it violated it. Oh, so just going back to your zone, you got 110 pips that are available. If I'm just looking at structure on this AC trade, we didn't break this high, and we did break this low. So for AC, I would look for it to push up, even if it pushed up to the 78.6, you know, maybe wake up to close that imbalance. This pair, since it broke this low, I'm more interested in seeing it come down at least to tap in to this zone down here. But I think it's going to go up first and then come down to the zone. Just based off of this candle breaking this low. And to me, that's the difference between these pair. We did break this high and we didn't break this low. So to me, when I look at this pair versus AC, I can see AC pushing down while AU, I can see it pushing up. But we'll just have to wait to see how, you know, how price reacts once it gets to these areas. The important piece is, no matter what your bias is, you're going to get your pip count in this range. And that's why it's important when you select whatever pair you're going to trade. You want the pair that has your pip count available to you, right? So in my opinion, you know, if I put all these pairs together, right? And let's say I have this GU trade sitting here, and it's the same as the AU trade. Maybe it pushes down a little bit further, whatever the case may be. I'm interested in the pip count that it has available to me. This has 180 pips back to my zone. Y'all see that? So y'all are going to trade AU when you have a pair that pushed down a lot further, and it's 180 pips available to me. So if I screw up and I get a late entry, maybe I'm 20 pips late to the trade, I still have 160 pips. If you screw up and you're 20 minutes late to your entry, you have 90 pips. It's going to be a little bit of difference. Y'all understand the difference? I'm not trying to discourage you from trading whatever you want to trade, but I'm just trying to explain to you why I trade what I trade, or why I make the choices to trade whatever pair that I want to trade. Y'all tracking?
Tracking.
Maybe you ain't tracking, but it's all good. So what I believe is, when price pushes back up to this area, it's going to give me my head and shoulders pattern for you pattern traders to take this trade back to the downside, because I do think that GU is going to tank a little bit. That's my longer term bias, but you know, we just have to see how it plays out. I'm really hesitant to even tell y'all my longer term bias because it doesn't matter. Only thing that really matters is that that initial move is what, if you can capitalize on the initial move of the week, it really it makes trading a lot easier than you having to follow the pair throughout the week. All right, EA. I like EA. I like EA because it always gives you that fat pip count. So if I measure what EA did last week, 312 pips, right? 312 pip move to the upside. I've marked out my zone. So if everything is everything and it pushes down to my zone, it's 156 pips to the zone, right? If it goes back through the zone, I mean, y'all still talking trash about EA, but if you had bought EA last week, I know you didn't do it because you would still be kissing EA's booty if you bought it last week. But if you had bought it last week, you'd have been 305 pips to the good. But since y'all laughing and talking trash about EA, we know you wasn't part of that winning group. So maybe you'll sell it this week, because if it sells and keeps going down, you'll be 300 pips to the good. But even if it just goes halfway to where it's supposed to go, that's 150 pips. 150 pips. Everybody tracking on EA.
Somebody raise their hand.
Who raised their hand?
Oh, I wasn't raising my hand. I was like putting my hand up, like talk to the hand.
Oh, you didn't take it either, huh?
No, I did. I took a whole bunch of buys on EA.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Are you rich?
No. No, I'm not rich.
All right, this is.
I will.
Go ahead, Rosebud. You said what?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Did you get fooled by EA?
You know what? A little bit. It definitely is. It wicks you out for sure. But I mean, like, my analysis played out. I think it was just my psychology. Honestly, it messed me up. It was my own doing.
Hey, Selena said join the crew.
And that one's tricky though. I've never traded a pair that actually is that like consistent with like how it wicks you out. Like, it's crazy actually. It was a good learning experience. I'm not even mad.
Hey, I know a pair that there's more wicked than that. It's called GN.
Which one?
GN.
That's true. That is true.
It'll tear you up.
Mm-hmm. Patience.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's a pair that we talked about last week. I remember little Kim. I do this trend line for little Kim, and we discussed it going up. If you listen to the old dude, you made 325 pips. So this opens up a great opportunity to sell this down this week. About 178 pips to your zone. That'll be a nice move. Then there are several others, the NZD pairs. I think GU is the best pair. I don't like GJ. I don't think the pip count is there. Maybe once it starts selling.
You talking about? No, I'm just playing.
But I like GU over GJ way more than GJ. You guys have any questions? What do you say, GBP, Euro? There's no such pair. Euro, GBP. You like that pair? Leandra?
I'm just reviewing it. It did as predicted last week.
Yeah, I don't really trade I don't trade that pair, but yeah, it did.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about GBP Euro.
There's no such pair. You can't trade GBP Euro. You can trade Euro GBP. All right, we'll let you catch up as far as pairs go. There's Euro GBP. There's no GBP Euro. All right. Do you have any questions? Any questions?
Posted it in the chat. I just posted the link in the chat.
Listen, it doesn't matter what link you're posting.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what you can trade. You can't trade GBP Euro. You can trade Euro GBP.
If you say so.
All righty. Any serious traders want to talk about pair you can trade? Okay, so y'all are trading AU. I'm trading GU.
You not.
You said what?
Oh my gosh. Are you being serious or are you joking right now?
I'm being very serious.
Oh, okay.
I just told you why.
I mean, you told us why, but I didn't know if you were being
GU,
funny.
EA, I mean, all of them, in my opinion, are better than the 117 pips that you offered me. Now,
Huh? Oh, you talking about AU?
oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, GU and EA is a lot more.
after that,
EA.
I believe that AU will keep buying up. So maybe after that move, I'll have made my initial money, then I'll mess with AU. But I think initially there are a lot better moves than AU because of the pip count. And the best move of the day is gold. I don't care what none of y'all say. This is
Gold?
this is what you need to be. When gold is going to buy up. Look at that massive candle.
Oh wow.
So you rookies stay away from gold, but if you're a trader, you can buy gold. You can make a killing.
True that.
Any question? Hey, I want y'all to pay attention to which side of the moving average gold is on too.
I just looked at that and I was like, oh, now that's what's
Yeah. Yeah. If gold go up, the dollar gonna go down. Put 2 and 2 together. But anyhow, I got some business I got to take care of. So, y'all ain't got no questions. I got to roll.
Thanks,
Thank
Todd.
you, Todd.
Thank you, Tom.
Let's make this money. Let's not make excuses. Let's make a way.
Make a way out of no way.
Easy does it. Thanks, Todd.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Are you
All
too?
right.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good one.